The fans of Trevor Noah, I've seen your inboxes. Look what like I won. And I fully understand, because you don't get the crux of what I was saying. I said I'm not playing the man, I'm playing the ball. You know, we lynched Jacob Zuma. We lynched him. Ask the Americans about lynching. We lynched him. We hung him out to dry like biltong. Because a certain demographic or certain people came to us and said that no, this guy is messing up comfort. They didn't tell us that he's messing up their comfort. And what did we do? We took to the streets and protest and march and say whatever. I'm not saying well Jacob Zuma is an angel. I'm saying that this was on 2 occasions a democratically elected president, and we chose to hang him in public. Black on black crime. Now we are how many years after Zuma's presidency? 8 years, and we have nothing to show. We allowed the media to play its role. When I made the example of Trevor Noah, I was saying that media comes in different forms, or let me put it this way: persuasion. I don't want to use propaganda because now I'm sounding all political, but persuasion, repetitive messaging in different forms to reach one goal. So on the comedy side, what Shiva they were saying things. On the satire side was Zapiro. On the educational side, universities were used as platforms to say this is how you don't run a business. So the media took different forms in sending out messages to say no, not demand Armagnac. And what hurt about how we treated him was the fact that there were people from apartheid, my guy. From apartheid. PW Bota, Big Bota, all these oaks. They lived a very nice life in a democratic society. None of the people lynched them. FW de Klerk, when he disbanded the banning of when he unbanned political parties, many Afrikaners were pissed. The soldiers. There's a documentary called The Unspoken War. It's on Mnet, for those who still have DSTV. The soldiers were betrayed. Those who were fighting in Namibia, those who were fighting in Angola, or were sent to Angola, they were betrayed. At no point did they ever lynch any of these guys. FW lived, earned a salary until his final day from government. That's why AKA in the song Main O's with Youngster CPT, he says what? Middle finger on the jet like FW de Klerk. Madib's in the grave, the streets is a mess. Because then we won. We're not living a good life. What did we do as black people? We hung Jacob Zuma. Simply because of what? Yes, he made his mistakes. Let the law take its course. But then when every single thing focuses on one person, and we let the media do that, what we do is we create an inconsistent channel of media or a platform of media. Now we can't even say anything. Because the media now knows that no, these people, we can control them. Now we can't say anything. A black person asks a question on SABC News, the show is cancelled. JJ Tavani says a few things, he's removed. Communities don't even have forums anymore. ENCA tries to do that whole Dan Moyani conversation thing, which is hopeless because you're just inviting people from organizations and business. That doesn't help. Go to the communities, where they can tell you the truth. So when I'm saying what Trevor, they played a part and he was rewarded because they saw how he treated his own president. So let America. Let him go talk nonsense about Trump. And then he does the very same thing that our media did. Speaks nonsense about Trump. When Joe Biden and Kamala Harris comes in, he says nothing. Same thing as here. CR17 comes in, not even one joke. Come on. Put 2 and 2 together. But we lynched Jacob Zuma. Not black people. Whites did not even attempt to destroy their own. We did that. We allowed youngsters to go on stage and make jokes about an elder. We basically put our cultural norms and standards on the back foot to accommodate a media narrative. to a point where they even cancelled ANN 7 because they said it was favoring Sholos. So we'll remove ANN 7, we'll give you Newsroom Africa with the right black people that will say the right things for us. And we thought that shit was normal. Everybody who was anti-Jacob Zuma was rewarded with a job. Like I would have. Justice Malala probably never has to work a day in his life again. Barry Bateman Uchawile, they went to AfriForum. Karen Moore is the one that's still holding on to Jacob Zuma stuff. Lochachal. And then the crowning moment, when General Mukwanazi had his press conference on July 6th, you would think the next morning, I think it was Monday morning, ENCA, they would run with the highlight of the weekend. Instead, what did they do? The first story that they ran with was the July unrest in 2021 of Durban. So when General Mukwanazi exposed something that's happening in the administration that they are trying to protect, let's not dwell too much about this. Let's go to Durban and remind people that in 2021, KZN was burning under the guise of President Sholos. And we just stood there and we're like, oh, this stuff is normal. Unfortunately, there's no history anymore in school. Unfortunately, critical debates have been pretty much removed. We can't discuss these things. And then a couple of black people say a few things on the podcast, and the very same people that shut Zuma out picked up a phone and said, hey, government, shut down these black kids. Now they want to regulate podcasts. We gave them the power. And we said, this guy that we voted twice for, don't worry, we'll finish him for you.